San Jose Del Cabo, which is the other side of Cabo, and so far we actually really like it. At least the part that we drove through, which I think is kind of the tourist zone, it has kind of a colonial European feel.
And I love European style.
Makes sense. I'm not surprised.
No Denny's for me, or McDonald's. We're looking for a place that's supposed to have coffee from all the coffee growing regions of Mexico, so that should be pretty neat. Not very easy access here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A little tricky, thanks.
I got my Chemex. When I used to drink coffee, I would make myself pour overs over all the time. The only difference is that I replaced the paper filter of the Chemex with metal because I could taste the paper. I had gotten to that level of being particular, and then I quit. But now I'm drinking because we couldn't sleep last night.
In case you had any doubt that we're in Mexico, there you go.
You always have to appreciate the size of flags in Mexican towns. It's quite amazing. Here we have the colorful sign with the city name, which seems to be the case in most Mexican places. But yes, we are in the plaza, a very hot, sunny plaza in San Jose del Cabos.
But it's big, and the nice thing about plazas is that there's like benches, there's trees, it's meant to be a gathering place to socialize and to meet people, which is great because a lot of American cities don't have that.
Yeah, but most of them do not. They just have this whole main street thing that is driving street, and I don't like it at all. The Mexican cities based on the Spanish style have done this well, and I love coming to their plazas every time I come to Mexico. Right now we're looking for a late breakfast or lunch at this point at a bakery, which should be right around here. Okay, food just came, it looks good, and Julian is being calm for the moment, so we better eat fast. I'm having some kind of dried Spanish meat with avocado and egg. The meat smells good, let's see how it tastes. I like it, it's interesting. It makes me think of the way nomads used to prepare their meat under the horse saddle, so that's how it cooks.
I can definitely taste that it's been dried before, but it has like a really nice kind of salty flavor to it. But yeah, it's really interesting. It's kind of a light flavor. It's not very intense. I have Tostelis, which I've never had before, but I guess they're like gorditos.
Tetela?
Tetela?
Yeah, tetelas.
I don't remember the name. Tetelas.
It looks like a little Indian thing. What's the name again in the Indian
Kind of like a
cuisine?
samosa.
Yeah.
At least the way it looks. Okay, first bite. This one's filled with, I think, some kind of pepper. So you can definitely taste the pepper inside of it. And the outside is nice and crispy. So I would definitely eat this again.
Right now is the eternal struggle of traveling in hot countries where the middle of the day is a little unbearable, shade is minimal, and we are traveling through, so we don't have a room to go sleep in for siesta time. So we need to figure out what to do, but we're in this downtown, kind of probably gonna check out all the little shops and stuff, since they're shaded inside. And I like that in this town they don't try to hassle and hustle you the entire time like in Cabo San Lucas. So it's a much more relaxing experience to go around the shops.
Well, it's pretty nice. Right next to where we had lunch, there was a pharmacy right outside, which is where we got the biberon. So really liking how convenient things are so far.
Speaking of the pharmacies though, one of the creepiest things about Cabo has been that there are literally hundreds of fake pharmacies everywhere, especially downtown Cabo San Lucas. They all say, pharmacy, pharmacy. There's like 3 to 4 on a single corner. And I had to actually get something to decongest my nose. And I go in, ask them for nose drops, and they're like, no, we don't have such a thing. But do you want Xanax or Percocet or Valium or all the prescription drugs from America? By the way, they're fake, and otherwise, how would they get them at that price? So it's some drug hustle of fake drugs and fake pharmacy going on at a large scale here. A sign code saying there's ice cream with mezcal, so that's gotta be interesting.
Do you even like mezcal?
I don't like mezcal.
I don't either, but I guess we're gonna try it anyway.
We saw a sign that said ice cream with mezcal, and we haven't hit any sweets this whole trip. Iron discipline, but that sounds nice. And I actually tried it. It's quite good. And I got roasted coconut on top.
So I normally don't like mezcal. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe. I mean, it's mezcal, so if you know what that tastes like, that's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
But it's very subtle. It's not too sweet,
Yeah.
which is nice. The coconut is actually a good touch. So we're walking down Calle Morelos here. And it's a continuation of that street that we were just on. Looks like it's a little short, but it keeps going for a little while, and the vibe is really, really nice. I wish that Cabo, the other Cabo, was like this.
True, yeah, we have been here a little, but we already know next time we'll be coming to stay here instead. The only issue we have seen so far is that here the geography is more disjointed, which is what made me book the other Cabo, meaning that town and the beach are far away, you gotta drive, so you couldn't enjoy boat on foot like we are doing in Cabo San Lucas. And we have to be able to do that with our baby because otherwise it's too cumbersome to move around. So we're visual artists, and we so often gripe that in Seattle in particular, but often in the US, everything is so plain and lackluster. Look at how they do interiors and facades in Mexico. You see the plans going up all the way. You see the balconies ornate, things are hanging hearts. You have lanterns with nice ornate style Victorian, I think. And then even here.
They paint the exterior, they use these tiles just to make the stairs look nice. And this is actually something that you see a lot in Spain and parts of Europe as well, but you don't really see it too much in the US, sadly.
Yeah, no ornaments. And you see here the grand entry with a garden in there, and you feel like you're entering a magical aesthetic place, right? While that's not the case in the way they design stuff in the north. The garden is just fantastic. Wow. Well, if I have it my way, next time we stay here.
So apparently we're walking through the arts district, which is pretty cool because not only are the shops kind of selling you art, but the buildings here look like art in themselves, which is really awesome. I can't think of another arts district besides the one in Bulgaria that we went to in Plovdiv that is like that.
That's true, there are lovely art districts all around the world, but it's funny that one of the nicest ones we've ever seen is in Baja, California, which is a desert in the middle of nowhere practically.
So it's really hot and we're not really sure what to do, so we're kind of waiting for the sun to cool down, and in the meantime Julian is sleeping down there. He's actually pretty comfortable and he's in the shade. There's a nice breeze, so it's actually the best place for him to take a nap right now. When we got back, his car seat, which you know is right on this side, the passenger side, was so hot and we didn't want to put him in there. So we're letting the car seat cool down while he gets a nap, and we just get to chill here in the shade. This is what it's like traveling with kids right now.
Well, no one travels 24/7, you know. You gotta sit down at night.
Well, after Julian's nap, we went on a little drive towards the beach. We're trying to see what's over here by the water.
Yeah, so this is a functional marina, in fact, the marina for San Jose Del Cabos, and quite a bit of people are here. And on the other side is where the coffee shop is, and some restaurants where we'll stop and have our dinner and maybe find guac for Julian because we're down to one package of his food. But he can eat the guac.
Guac and limes.
Yeah, he does eat limes too, apparently.
So we kept walking, and it looks like this is the closest beach to town. Looks like it's free. There's parking on the edge there, and there's like kind of a grassy area with like picnic shelters, fish cleaning stations, and down here you've got the sandy area with cabañas.
But yes, this is the beach, the closest to San Jose del Cabos. They don't have much of a beach. On the other direction, there's something called the hotel zone, Zona Hotelera.
Yeah.
But there I see big ass resorts on the map, and it's a little different. This is more where the locals are.
Well, I was just wondering if we were going to find some vendors down by the beach, and indeed we have. We've in fact found the elote man.
That's right. Queremos dos elotes. It's dripping hot sauce, so it can't be bad, right? Yeah, good. With cheese and hot sauce.
I got mine in a vaso. It's a little cleaner this way. So good. Trader Joe's has this elote seasoning, and it tastes almost exactly like this.
Now that we're near the beach and all that, I feel nicely relaxed and going around these dirt roads and figuring things out. I'm feeling decently adventurous, which makes me happy because this is our first international trip with our baby. We never ever want to stop adventuring, so you just want to do it in the limit that is wise when you have an infant at first.
It's also our first international trip since COVID.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, for a couple reasons, this is a big deal for us.
Yeah, so Baja has been delivering, honestly. I feel good here. Julian ate most of the food that we brought for him for the day trip. And we're having to fill in with avocado, which is a superfood. And we ordered guacamole. The only thing is they don't have a little spoon, but we're using the little tip of the spoon. And he's eating it quite well. Sometimes what we've noticed is if it's chunky, he spits it back, but then he works it out.
Well, in the meantime, here we have our ceviche verde, which is, ceviche, and then they added avocado, olives, cucumbers, and capers. Here we go with the ceviche verde. I'm not sure you're gonna like it.
Pesto, yeah, I saw that, but I was like, I'll give it a try.
I wasn't sure about the pesto either, but it is pretty heavy on the pesto. So if you like pesto, this is good. If you don't, it might be a little bit iffy. But it's an interesting take on ceviche. I would never have thought to put pesto on it.
I added lots of lime on this pesto ceviche. It's pretty good this way.
So we got shrimp and chips. Nice, the sauce is kind of like a barbecue spicy sauce. But yeah, I really like batter. You can kind of see it right there. Pretty light. I think that might even be panko. So that's kind of the Asian influence on it. But yeah, that's delicious.
That is good.
Yeah, right? It's good. It's different. Well, that was a really good meal at El Marinero Borracho, which actually ended up being on our list of places to eat.
And now I'm really tired. I had a beer. Maybe that's what has me tired, but I also didn't sleep. I remember when I was 5, which is, 6 times more than Julian? I was telling my parents, I never get tired, I'll never get tired. Well, I'm freaking tired now.
Hi, cutie. Baby, you're standing! Look at you! Look at you! Look at you! Look at you! You're standing! All by yourself!
Crazy boy.
You're right. He's gonna stand in Mexico.
Well.
Well, it may not look like it, but we're here to find a farmer's market here in the dust pit. We're just outside of San Jose Del Cabo, the downtown centro, and this is where the Saturday market happens. I guess it's only going until November through May, so we're just barely missing it.
Funny enough, theirs is over winter and ours is over summer. They don't do this in the summer when the weather is hellish. It looks good to me. It's like in a fairground, I think.
It's nice and breezy today. I love that. She feels really good.
Yeah, we're not roasting yet. Once again, we have to prefix what we say by we're not hippies, but we love farmers markets. So much to the point that they're kind of a requirement to have in a place we live. Are you excited at the market? Are you kind of like shocked that there's so many people? I really like the look of the produce. Quite amazing how much good stuff they grow here in Baja, in the desert. Oh, there's mole and pozole, chilaquiles. Oh my God.
Okay.
And a coffee. Oh, I'm going for a coffee first. Hola, señor.
Hola, señor.
Uno café.
¿Un café?
Un café, sí.
45 pesos.
I return when I'm done? Okay, gracias. I actually really love that because I hate drinking from these chemical-made plastic cups, and they give me a ceramic mug to walk around the market with. I have kind of quit coffee. I have it once in a while these days, but I'm enjoying Mexican coffee a lot. Yeah, it's good. This is a very different style from yesterday, but it's actually delicious, yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
the coffee's been really good.
Yeah, bread looks good, everything looks good. I really like this method of making their food that I've seen before when I travel. Sometimes it's ceramic, sometimes it's metal, but it creates the best flavor. Are you enjoying the market in Mexico? It's really nice. There are lots of little chicos like you. I saw one younger than you. We even found a little seat with shade for everybody.
We did. I don't even know what this is actually. That's why I ordered it.
It's like a tlacoyo.
Tlacoyo.
I really want to see a huge return to ceramics, which is the original way since the dawn of civilization. We don't need plastic. And once again, I'm not a hippie.
Okay, so I broke off a piece here. It's stuffed with frijoles or beans and covered with, it's almost like a fresh salsa, like really chunky, and also some cotija cheese. It's nice because it's nice and warm with the beans and the tortilla, but on top we have that fresh salsa, which is a really nice thing that I like about Mexican food. We always seem to blend some kind of fresh element.
Everything looks so good. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna need forks.
Yeah.
No, you just eat it like a pizza.
What's the
Okay.
name of this dish?
Volcan,
Volcan?
like a volcano.
Volcan,
Oh.
okay. Okay.
If you eat it with chicken, but shredded chicken and beans, it's a tostada. This is like a volcan.
Oh, that chicken is so good.
We got chicken and cactus and mushrooms.
Very saucy. It's on like a hard corn tortilla with some cheese on the below it, and really good.
We have been teaching ourselves to do Mexican slow-cooked meats. Yeah, it's very flavorful, tender, slow-cooked chicken. Love it.
Tepache, fermented Mexican drink.
Really?
That's what it says.
I'll have to have that. From Sinaloa, where El Chapo is from. Sinaloa is on the other side of the sea, pretty much. It's actually a really good state, but it's pretty much entirely ruled by the cartel. And so I really want to travel it, but it's really dangerous. But Mazatlan is there, and a lot of people from America go there a lot, so I think that place is safe. All right, we get this goblet of fermented pineapple juice. They say it's traditional. I don't know if that's true, but it's amazing taste. It has that topping of spices on top of the edge.
Tahini, yeah.
It's very nice.
Definitely tastes like pineapple with a nice little salty flavor to it. It's not very spicy. It doesn't taste fermented or alcoholic or anything like that, but it's really, really good.
Gracias, señor. Very good. Muy bien. Muy bien. We're picnicking in Mexico at the farmer's market in Cabo.
It's nice and breezy. We're not dying of heat.
Oh, it's great.
All right, well, we're wrapping up our time here at the farmer's market. We're gonna get a agua fresca.
Yeah, I already have my choice in case it's still available. If not, I'll improvise.
Para compartirla con nuestro público la última hora.
Hola, dos de maracuyá.
No maracuyá.
No maracuyá, okay.
Esto se arranca
Guava
con
para mí.
Suzi dos,
Dos de
la última
guava.
banda.
Dos guava.
Guava
Este sábado
con
número
pineapple.
23
Sí.
estamos aquí en el corazón.
Well, they ran out of our top choice, the maracuya, or the passion fruit, so instead we got guava with pineapple.
Yeah, good enough for me. Though we will get our maracuya before we leave here.
Good guava, though. Guava you don't really see in Northwest, so.
Yeah, some of these fruits, guava, passion fruit, and a few more, papaya, I think, they rot so fast they can't be shipped north.
Really good guava, though.
Sí.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bueno. El bandito. Ay, qué hermoso bebé. ¿Qué onda?
Well, we wrapped up at the farmer's market and came over to the arts district again. It's actually very close to where the farmer's market is, but a little bit less dusty, which is nice.
Yeah, there's less dust. It's a windy day, much less hot than yesterday, but the dust is flying around, so the pavement is good to be around. And we want to enjoy some of these really fine spaces they have designed around here in this arts district. And then little Julio will get some water because he hasn't had any liquids since 5 a.m.
So apparently every Thursday there's an art walk here in San Jose del Cabos, except we, weren't here on the Thursday. We went to Todos Santos that day, but if we had been here on a Thursday, this probably would have been a cool place to be So this church behind me is off of the Central Plaza. It was the southernmost Jesuit missionary that was established, although the Jesuits were actually kicked out at some point, so it's no longer Jesuit, but it is a really popular place for weddings. There's actually a wedding going on right now behind me, and it is a pretty big marker for the plaza here. All right, we're here at a restaurant called La Lupita, and I've read a lot about the tacos here, so we have some tacos on order, but the first thing we have is a queso dish. It's like quesos from around Mexico, regional cheeses. So there's chunks of avocado, some black beans, as well as some fresh corn tortillas here.
Cheese and chorizo and avocado. All good things.
Really solid chorizo. The cheese is kind of subtle, but I love that it's just this big chunk of warm cheese in there. All right, the first one I've got here is the duck mole. That mole is pretty sweet. You can definitely taste that chocolate in the sauce. But yeah, that's different. I've never had a mole duck. Usually mole is chicken or some other protein. The next one is also the most expensive one. It's the one I'm most excited about, but it's like a ribeye, and it's supposed to be done Asian style. There's a little bit of ginger and some hoisin sauce, but actually very light on the Asian flavor. I like to have more, maybe sauce or just something. But yeah, nice attempt. The last one we got here is the Baja Scallops. I love scallops. These are actually breaded and fried, so it's kind of like a fish taco. You can see lots of cabbage and sauce on top. I think it's like a chipotle mayo. Nice. Scallops are super light, so it's kind of like a nice fishy flavor. It's not too overwhelming, but yeah, I like this one probably the most actually out of all of those. So we're here at Playa El Chileno, which is supposed to be one of the best, maybe even the only swimming beach here, because a lot of these beaches are more rugged and they're actually meant for surfers, but this is supposed to be a pretty gentle beach.
And they've developed it nicely. There's a good bath, there's good bathrooms, there are palms and shade. Yeah, it's kind of the vibe right now.
And we're actually here towards the end of the day. It's about 6 p.m. so most people are leaving, which was great because parking was a breeze and the sun is kind of going down, so we shouldn't get scorched. And hopefully Julian gets to swim in the ocean for the first, well, dip his toes into the ocean, I don't know, swim.
Oh, what's happening?
No reaction.
Yeah, I splashed his face.
Well, that cold plunge felt amazing. Once you come out, it's like you just feel warm all of a sudden. It's that Wim Hof effect, the Iceman effect. Oh, feels so good.